Hello everyone, my name is Kaleigh Hellman and today I'm going to be presenting a brief summary of my portfolio. So a little basic information about me is that I attend Appalachian State University. I'm currently a senior in marketing and with a concentration in general marketing. I'm planning on graduating in May of 2023 and some of my hobbies include traveling, reading, and listening to music. So for my first artifact, I chose to show my sales management individual essay. So in this individual essay, I was asked to write about a successful recommendation that I made, the least successful recommendation I made, what I learned, and what I would do differently next time regarding the sales simulation. So my essay connects to learning goal 1 because my group was faced with the issue of low sales. And I had noticed that not all of our regions were covered by salespeople, so I suggested moving just 2 of them. And this resulted in an increase of sales in these 2 regions by 1,648 units, which allowed us to generate more profit. So my next artifact is my internship, specifically my press release. So in this press release, I wrote about our first Shift's Heroes finalist, Connie Carmen, as you can see to the right, and describe what this initiative was. My press release connects to Learning Goal 2 because I had to communicate who our winner was and what the Jeff's Heroes initiative is to the public. I had to make sure it was brief and would engage with the community in order to get more submissions and votes. I also had to present the press release to my mentors and the owner, again located to the right, in order to get their approval to be published. This press release went to an online newspaper, our 7 websites, and our social media pages. So my next artifact was my inflation presentation. So this is a video presentation that my group created, and we discussed the negative impact that inflation has caused on college students regarding grocery shopping. This video presentation connects with Learning Goal 3 because we look at how college students grocery shop based on the effects of inflation. And during these times, grocery stores tend to fluctuate the amount of coupons and discounts that go out to consumers, as well as the price of each individual item. And then one of our findings was that college students tend to go to the closest grocery store in order to save things such as gas and money. And then grocery stores are also responsible for how much the consumer spends during these difficult times. And then specifically my contribution to the video was that I interviewed 5 college students and looked deep into their purchasing habits. I also went and took some videos of 2 of these students while they were shopping, just to get a feel for what they specifically buy, how long they typically spend in the grocery store, etc. And then 2 of my personal findings included college students looking for sales when they're at the grocery store, and most students struggle to afford groceries during inflation. And then when it came to the specific shoppers that we focused on, I specifically looked at the advantage shopper portion, which in our definition is a shopper that focuses on the sales price and in the advantages of the sale. So my next artifact again is my internship. Specifically, this time I did more content creating with a TikTok. So in this TikTok, the salesman Thomas discusses the features of the Nissan Maxima SR in order to intrigue customers to come buy it. This TikTok connects with Learning Goal 4 because I had to figure out how I was going to make it persuasive, entertaining, and informational for the viewer. I had to make sure the salesman was energetic and had some personality. I also had to decide which angles I was going to video from, as well as the sound that would go into the background. I also had to start writing scripts out to make sure I had a organized, specific plan of what I needed the salesman to do and what I needed him to present as he was showing this car. So overall, this specific TikTok has generated over 5,500 views, 80 likes, and 23 shares. And then my last artifact is my ProvTech research paper. So in this research paper, my group had to analyze the cultural differences between Taiwan and India. These included culture, religion, barriers, education, corruption levels, language proficiency, labor market conditions, and religion, and many more. We were then asked to make recommendations to ProvTech based on each subsidiary's norms and practices. This connects to our Learning Goal 5 because when we're discussing these differences, we learned how you are to respect each country's practices when visiting, in this case for business. It's important to be mindful of every country's practices in order to show mutual respect. This will allow for business meetings to go more smoothly, and then you're able to come to a compromise when deciding which practices to enforce and which will work best for each section of the company. I particularly focus on the religion and education section in both Taiwan and India. And then my recommendations were mainly regarding staffing and then the geocentric approach. I also had to figure out which positions need to be filled and who would be the best fit for the job. So, just a brief summary of my resume. I am an attendee of Appalachian State University, and I have been here for 4 years. My first job was at Culver's, where I've held three different positions: team member, team trainer, and currently a team leader. I've been here for almost 7 years, coming up in June. And then I started at Belk my freshman year of college when I came to App. So I've been here for almost 4 years. And then I have pursued my internships at Jeff Schmidt Auto Group, both in accounting and marketing, where I have returned for 2 summers in a row to pursue this marketing internship. And then just a little certification that I have while at Culver's, I did receive my SurfSafe certification, and that is just a brief look of my resume. And if you want to get more details into that, make sure to check out my Google site where you can see each individual responsibility for each of my positions. So, a significant impact of mine. I'm so thankful for the professors that have helped me throughout my time at Appalachian State University. There were times where I succeeded and times where I truly struggled, but my professors were always there to encourage me and help me. There were also times where I was struggling to step out of my comfort zone, specifically in sales. I had multiple professors push me to do my best and boost my confidence. I practiced my role plays, my sales pitches, and interview skills over and over again. This resulted in me further believing in myself as well as passing the courses. And then I learned skills like selling, analytical thinking, problem solving, and presenting that will help me further my success in my future career. A transformational experience of mine, the most one that I can remember would have to be my internship at Judgment Auto Group. So when I first came to App, I started out as an elementary education major, but I switched to business management in the spring of my freshman year. I decided in the spring of 2021 I needed to look into getting an internship and getting more experience because the only thing I knew was my leadership position at Culver's, and I wanted to get more um just more experience in different fields. And so I reached out to Jeff Schmidt Auto Group and asked them if they had any accounting or marketing internships. They actually had both, and the CEO said that I could split it throughout the summer. So I ended up doing 1 month in marketing and 1 month in accounting. So going into this internship, I thought accounting would be my favorite, but instead I found a true passion for marketing. I immediately fell in love with all the aspects of marketing, from content creating to press releases. And this internship just made me realize that marketing was the major I needed to pursue. And I ended up switching my major the next semester. And then I decided to come back to Jeff Schmidt Auto Group the next summer. And I got to learn more and spend the whole summer doing marketing. So for my future goals, I'm currently applying to jobs, but in the fall, I'm looking to move to Raleigh, North Carolina. And thank you so much. Here's a list of my references.